Let's talk muster drill. It's the mandatory safety briefing every cruiser has to go to. It caused me some problems on my cruise on the MSC Seaside. Let's talk about it. Alright, so let's talk muster drill. Of course, the mandatory safety briefing everybody has to go to. It was scheduled to go off at 4 p.m. on embarkation day on the MSC Seaside. Now, big ups to MSC. They hooked us up with some internet. However, when we got on the cruise ship, it wasn't working because it was kind of a last minute add-on. And so I had to go down to guest services to see if I could get the internet turned on, and I wanted to try to do it prior to sail away. So most of the time the way this works, there's muster drill and then almost immediately after a sail away. So I was on a time crunch. It's like, if I'm gonna do live at the sail away, I've got to get this internet turned on. And so I go down and there is a huge line at customer service, which makes sense. It is embarkation day. There are a lot of people waiting. And so I begin to wait online. Jenny goes down there with me, but I'm like, there's no sense for both of us to wait online. So I send Jenny off. I'm gonna tough it out. I'm going to get our internet turned on so that we can do live video during sail away. So look, I don't know what issues the people in front of us had, but it took a long time. There were 2 representatives working guest services. The line was moving at a slow pace. I knew I had about 40 minutes, but I had resolved not to watch the clock because that makes it worse. I was just gonna patiently wait in line and get my internet fixed. So time keeps dragging on, but I'm getting closer to the front of the line, and I'm about 2 people from the front of the line when an older gentleman comes up. And I think he was in line. I wasn't sure if he had been in line, but all of a sudden it was one of those moves where you were in line and the guy was in line exactly in the same place you were, except next to you. It was a little weird, but I felt bad because the guy was having trouble with his legs and he was struggling, and he also had the same internet problem I did. And so what I did is I let him jump in front of me because I figured maybe I could get some information while he was getting his internet fixed that would help me and speed up the process. Time passes and time passes, and then the guy let in front of me is next, and I'm second in line when all of a sudden the first announcement goes out for the muster drill. Now the way it works is kind of a call to action about 15 minutes before the actual drill, where they get all the crew members to go to the muster station, start doing their work. So I look at my phone, sure enough, it's about 15 till 4. The window is small. There's only me and this other guy that are next in line. There's still a big line behind us. But one of the 2 agents, they take off. Like, she must have had some responsibility for part of the muster drill, and she was gone. So there was this one guy who'd been working with these 4 people almost the whole time that we'd been in line, and there was no real indication that they were gonna finish up. So I'm starting to sweat. I'm like, wow, I've waited in this line 35, 40 minutes, and I know they're gonna make me go to the muster drill, but who knows, I'm gonna wait it out. So about 5 minutes go by, and the agent calls up the guy I'd let in front of me. And so he's working not only with the 4 people that have been there the whole time, but also with this guy. And I'm listening to the guy intently because I know it's an internet issue. And the guy's telling him, oh, you've clicked the wrong button. There's some sign up for your wife. And the guy was not happy, right? So there was a little bit of dissatisfaction. So the guy that got in front of me, he gets resolved, he leaves. And then finally, the 4 people that were there the whole time, they get resolved. And it's my turn. And I walk right up to the counter. Yeah. It's time for the muster drill. And so the guy picks up a sign, he puts closed because of the muster drill, and I'm just standing there and I'm like, oh gosh, I've waited this whole time. I don't have any internet for the sail away. Do I have to wait in this line again? I can't believe the timing of this thing, that now the muster drill got me. But it's a happy ending, okay? The guy was very kind. He looked at me, he gave me his card. He said, hey man, we gotta go to the muster drill. And I completely appreciated that. But he said, don't wait in the line again. Come right back after the muster drill. We'll get you fixed up. Here's my card. And sure enough, that's what happened. We went to the muster drill. It was super chill on the MSC Seaside. Went right back, and within 5 minutes, my internet issue was resolved. I ran as quick as I could to get to sail away, but it was all going on, and we still had a couple things to figure out on the internet. So no sail away, but yeah, that's the first time ever. So I've never really had to go to customer service on embarkation day, never really stood in a line that long, and just to get cut off right at the muster drill, it was there was a moment there where I was like, oh! So that's my muster drill story on the MSC Seaside. The question for the comments, do you have anything similar? Have you struggled with guest services on embarkation day? Or do you have a good story that goes along with it? Leave a comment below. And hey, if you're brand new here, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Hit that like button and join the Loca fam on Facebook. Again, this is Tony with Lido Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.